Taking some deep breaths, bringing your awareness into your room, noticing the sounds in the distance and noticing the sounds in your room. Hugging your knees to your chest, softening your eyes and moving your lower body around on your lower lumbar. Noticing the feeling of the floor as it supports your back and it supports your shoulders. Grounding you as you focus on your body, leaving behind all the busyness of your morning and coming into your private yoga space. Notice how your body is feeling. Doing a scan of all the extremities, all the parts of your body. Noticing any stiffness and exhaling into that stiffness to let it go. Taking deep breaths. Notice your mind. Notice what thoughts are coming in and coming out. Acknowledge them and let them go. Exhaling into the mind as well. As you're tuning into your mind and body, feeling the floor beneath you, supporting you and helping to ground you, think about what you'd like to bring into your life to help you set your intention for your practice today. It might be inviting calmness and balance, releasing anxiety, or any other thing that you'd like to bring in. Might be peace or wisdom or happiness or love. As you move through your practice, remembering your intention, remembering also to be gentle with yourself. If any of the positions don't feel comfortable, it's okay to rest. You can always go back into child's pose and rest there for a while. If it gets a bit energetic and you feel like you need to slow down, just rest. I'll open the practice with an Om to bring us all together, bring our energy together and offer some support from the universe. You can join me if you like, but you don't have to. We'll take a big breath in and then we'll let it go. And take another breath in. And then coming up into all fours into a cat-cow position. Having your knees underneath your hips and your hands spread out on the mat, feeling the ground underneath you. As you inhale, lifting your chest and lifting your gaze, feeling a nice curve in your lumbar spine. And as you exhale, lifting your back up towards the ceiling and looking through your legs back towards your feet. Continuing on, noticing your spine, getting some nice gentle movement into that area. Just taking deep breaths. Moving slowly, letting the breath guide the movement. Three more breath cycles here. As you breathe in, lifting your chest and lifting your gaze, noticing that curve. And as you exhale, lifting through the spine, looking through your legs to your feet. And on your next exhalation, bring your toes together and your knees wide apart, bringing your buttocks back to your heels, and then reaching forward into a child's pose. Relaxing into this pose, and you can bring your forehead down to the mat. We're going to be here for 5 or 6 breaths. So as you breathe in, noticing how your chest expands, and as you breathe out, how it falls away. Just tuning into your breath and feeling the space below you, feeling the ground supporting your body, your arms, your legs, and your feet. Noticing how your body feels in this position, your lower back, through your arms and your shoulders. And then coming on to your back. Hugging your knees to your chest. As you exhale, bring the knees towards your chest. And as you inhale, take them away. Just feeling that floor beneath your body. Feeling completely grounded, calming your breath, calming your mind. Reaching through to your feet into a happy baby pose. Moving your legs around, doing what your body feels is right for you right now. It may be to stay back and hug your knees, or it might be happy baby. You might want to have your hands on the outside of your feet, having your knees bent, moving around, or you might be holding your feet on the inside. Two more breaths here. And then bringing your feet back down to the mat. So you have your legs bent, just relaxing on the mat. Taking your arms out to the side so they're straight out from your shoulders. We're going into a little twist here, dropping your knees to the right side and looking to the left. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Noticing the twist in your spine. Noticing the stretch down the left side of your body. Just taking 2 more deep breaths. Relaxing into the pose and releasing your shoulders down to the mat. On your next inhalation, bringing your knees to the center and exhaling, knees to the other side. So dropping the knees to the left and looking towards your right hand. Breathing into this space. Noticing the gentle stretch down your right side. And the twist in your spine. Taking a couple more breaths here. Then bringing your knees back to center and rolling onto your front. So you'll be having the front of your body laying down on the mat. Having your hands underneath your shoulders, the top of your feet on the mat. And as we inhale, we're going to lift our chest and lift our gaze. And staying up here for a few breaths, feeling that compression in your lower spine. And then releasing your body back to the mat, bringing your ear to the mat. And on the next inhalation, coming back up and staying for a couple of breaths here. Having your arms up into a straight position, or you can come into your forearms on the mat, whatever feels right for you today. And then exhaling, bringing your other side of your ear to the mat. And coming back up again on the next inhalation. Staying here for 2 breaths. And then bringing your ear down to the mat. And then coming up to the other side. And down. We're going to come into neutral position, into desk pose. With your 4 hands spread out on the mat, so your fingers nice and wide. Just moving our body around in a circle. Just getting some movement into your back and your hips, a little bit into your shoulders. Still deep breathing here and going back the other way. And we'll go into a couple of cat-cows. So inhaling, lifting your gaze, lifting your chest. And exhaling, lengthen through your spine up towards the ceiling, looking through your legs into your toes. Just continue on for a couple more breaths. Releasing your neck. Thinking about your neck as an extension of your spine. So we're moving our spine very gently. A little bit of movement in a lot of places. And then coming back to the neutral position, we're going to do some lifts of our legs. So we'll start off with having your knees nice and wide apart so you've got good balance. Trying to keep your back nice and flat. And we're going to inhale, lift our left knee off the ground and extend our left foot back with our toes pointing towards the floor. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our knee forward underneath our body, tucking our chin down, rounding our back, and then inhale, taking our knee back out again. Really extending through that foot rather than lifting. Let's continue on. Wrapping your breath around the movement. And we'll go 2 more. And then carefully bringing that left knee down to the ground. Just moving your spine a little bit of rotation. And then we'll go to the right side. So on your next inhalation, making sure your knees are underneath your hips, nice and wide apart. Your fingers are nicely spread out onto the mat. Inhale and lift your right knee off the mat and extend your right leg back, pointing your toes towards the ground. And then as you exhale, draw that knee towards your chest and rounding your back out, looking at that knee. Inhaling, lifting it back up. Really extending rather than lifting. Continue on with that movement. We'll go 2 more of these. And then carefully bringing that right knee down to the mat. We're going to take it 1 step further, where we're going to lift our alternate knee and hands. So if you find that it's a little bit much for you, you can continue on with just lifting your legs. But if you're curious and you like to give it a try, let's start with lifting the left knee and the right arm on the next inhalation, and really extending through the hand and the foot, keeping your back nice and flat. As you exhale, bringing the knee towards your elbow, and then inhale back out. So we're going to stay on the one side. Imagine there's a glass of water on your lower back, and you're trying not to spill it, so keeping nice and stable. Breathing in as you lift and extend, and breathing out as you bring your knee towards your elbow. We'll go one more on this side. And then carefully bring the right hand down to the mat and the left knee. And we'll move on to the other side. So steadying your breath here for a couple of breaths. And then on our next inhalation, we're going to lift our left hand and our right knee and extend through the hand and the foot. Exhale as you bring the knee towards your elbow, keeping nice and flat. Having a go with this. Let's do 2 more cycles. And then coming back to the neutral position, and then bringing your buttocks back to your heels into child's pose. And just settle in here for a few breaths. Let your body settle down, let your breath settle down. We've built up a little bit of heat in that little asana. Taking 3 more breaths in the child's pose. Noticing how your breath is. Noticing your body, your legs and your forearms and your hands on the mat. Grounding you in your practice. On your next inhalation, coming up onto all fours. And then tucking your toes. Opening out your fingers and pressing against the mat and lifting your hips towards the ceiling into your first downward dog for today. Bringing your heels down towards the mat, paddling them from side to side. Noticing how that feels down the back of your legs, through your calves and your Achilles and your feet, through your back, your upper back and your arms. And then bring both heels down towards the ground and bringing your head between your arms so your ears almost touch your arms, turning your arms out a little. Taking 3 more deep breaths here. And then stepping your hands and your feet together into a forward fold. Letting your chest and your head fall heavy. Drawing your chest in towards your legs. We're going to stay here for about 6 breaths. On each exhalation, letting your head fall just a little bit heavier. Noticing how that feels on your lower back and your glutes and the back of your legs. And then on your next inhalation, bending your legs, your knees a little bit. Inhale and come all the way up into mountain pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Just taking a few breaths here, just giving your body a little bit of movement. Okay. We're going to inhale and lift our arms up. And we're going to exhale, fold forward. I'm going to step back into downward dog. And we're going to lift one leg. We're going to lift our right leg. So we've got a three-legged dog. If this feels a bit uncomfortable, you can stay in downward dog. And then we're going to bend our knee into scorpion. It's quite a strong pose. You'll feel it in your left leg. Taking a couple of deep breaths here. And then slowly lowering that foot down to the ground. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then we're going to lift our left foot all the way up into a three-legged dog. Bending that left knee into a scorpion. Taking 3 breaths here. If this is a little bit intense on your lower back, stay into a downward dog. And 1 more breath. Coming into a downward dog again. Let's take a deep breath in and then a deep breath out and let it go. Just calming down the body, letting a little bit of heat out. Breathing in and big deep breath out. And then walking your hands forward. Feet to your hands into a forward bend to the front of the mat. Inhale and come all the way up. Okay, how's everybody going? Give me a thumbs up if you're okay. It's all good? Okay, so we're going to start on some sun salutes next. So I will do the first one and show you what we're going to do, and then we'll do them together. So we're starting off at the front of our mat. We're going to inhale, lift our arms up, look up, exhaling, folding forward, and then inhale, lift your chest and flatten out your spine. Exhale as we step back into a high plank, or you can have your knees on the ground in a low plank and slowly lowering your body to the ground, bringing your elbows close to your body. Inhale, lifting your chest into an upward dog. Exhale, tucking your toes under into a downward dog. Staying here for a breath. And then stepping your feet up towards your hands. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, folding forward. And then inhale, come all the way back up. So that's 1 round. So let's do 4 more rounds. Okay, so inhaling, coming all the way up. Exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, lift your chest and lift your gaze. Flatten out your spine. And then exhale, stepping back into a high plank or a low plank. And then slowly lowering your body to the ground as you bring your elbows close to your body. Inhale, lifting your chest. And exhale, tuck your toes under, up into a downward dog. Nice work. And we're here for a breath. And then we're going to step forward into a forward fold. Inhaling, lifting your chest, flattening out your back, stretching through the back of your legs. Exhale, folding forward and drawing your chest towards your legs. And then inhale, coming all the way up. Nice job. Okay, we've got 3 more to do. I'll walk you through the next one, then you can do 2 at your own pace and your own breath. Inhale, lifting up, and then exhale, stepping back to a high plank or low plank. Lowering your body down. Inhale, lifting your chest. And exhale, tucking your toes under into a downward dog. Stay here for 1 breath. And then stepping your hands and your feet together into a forward fold. Inhale, lifting your chest. Exhale, drawing your chest towards your body, towards your legs. And then inhale, coming all the way back up and back to heart center. Okay, let's go 2 more on your own. Okay, you've got 1 more round. Good job. Just taking your own pace. Nice big movements. Deep breathing. That's it. And then reaching up into mountain pose and bringing your hands back to heart center. Great work. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Letting big breath in and letting some of the heat out. Okay, we're going to come into garland pose next. It's like a yogi squat. So with this one, if you have a blanket or a cushion that you can put down underneath your heels, gives you a little bit more support. So just stepping on, having your heels on that one. And then we're going to inhale, and then as we exhale, we're having our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, and we're going to squat down nice and deep and bringing our hands to heart center, using our elbows to slightly push out our knees. So that nice deep squat. If this is a little uncomfortable, you can come up a little higher. Bring your chest up. This is nice to open up through your inner thighs and lower back. Taking some deep breaths here. We're going to be here for 6 breaths. Having your feet nicely supported at your heels. Feeling nicely balanced in this pose. 3 more deep breaths. And then last deep breath and let it go. Bring your hands down to the ground and standing up into a forward fold. Taking that pillow away. 2 breaths here. Letting your head fall heavy and your chest heavy. And then inhale, coming all the way up. And bring your hands back to heart center. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more squatting into a chair pose. So the chair pose is quite intense on your thighs. So it's quite a strengthening pose. So we're going to, I'll demonstrate what it is. So having our feet about hip width apart, and we're going to inhale, lift our arms, and then we're going to exhale and fold into a squat position. And we're going to stay here. So we'll come back to a standing position together. We're going to inhale, lift our arms up, lift our chest and our gaze. And then exhale, coming into that squat, keeping your chest up nice and tall. Taking some deep breaths here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And coming back to standing. Give your legs a little shake. We're going to do 2 more of those. So coming together here, inhaling, lifting our arms, and then exhaling into that squat position, keeping our chest nice and tall. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up. Nice work, everyone. Giving that a little shake. We'll do one more of those. Okay, so let's go. Inhale, lifting our arms, reaching up, and exhale, folding into a chair pose. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Shaking that out. Okay, we're going to do a warrior one sequence next. So I'll just turn sideways. So we're going to have left foot out to the side, and we're going to step forward with our right foot. We're going to lift our hands as we inhale and bring our knee forward. So we're stacking the knee over the ankle. And we're going to stay here for 3 breaths, noticing the stretch through the hip on the left side, the strengthening in that quad area, lifting your chest, gazing up. And 2 more breaths here. And then coming back, stepping back. Give your legs a little shake. And then we'll try it on the other side. So we're stepping out with the right foot and step forward with your left. We're going to inhale, lift our chest and lift our arms, bending that front knee, really extending through, lifting your chest and lifting your gaze like a warrior, taking 3 breaths here and noticing your hip on the right side opening up. Nice stretch through there. And 1 more breath. And then stepping back. Okay, give that a nice shake. Then we're going back to our first side. So left foot out, right foot forward. And this time we're going to engage our upper body as well. So we're going to bring our left hand onto our left shoulder and take our right hand underneath up onto our right shoulder. And we're going to step forward into that warrior one position. That's it. So you're getting a stretch through the shoulders as well as a stretch through that left hip flexor. Staying here for 3 breaths. That knee, that right knee is stacked above the right ankle. And 1 more breath, and releasing your arms, and then stepping back. And then take your arms the other way. So this time you've got your left hand under your right elbow, onto your right shoulder, and your right hand on your left shoulder. So you're giving yourself like a big hug and a big stretch. And then we're going to step forward with our left leg and bring that front knee as we inhale and lift our chest, tucking our bottom under and feeling a stretch through the right hip flexor. Taking 3 deep breaths here. And then releasing your arms and bring your feet back together. Give them a little shake. The next one we're going to do is a warrior one as well, but with a slight variation. So this time we're going to add a little twist to it. So I'll just show you first of all. So I'm going to show you on the right side. So I'm going to step forward with my right foot. I'm going to bring my hands to prayer, bending that right knee, and then I'm going to bring my right elbow forward and bring it near the left knee to bring into a little twist. Okay, so just take that back and go together. So we're going to bring our hands together, stepping forward with the right knee. And then bending forward, we're going to twist towards the right side and bring our left elbow towards that right knee and looking to the right side, feeling nice and strong here. And we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. And 1 more deep breath. And then releasing your hands down to the floor. And we're going to put your weight back onto the left foot and stretch out through the right leg. So straightening out the right leg and feeling a nice deep stretch through there. We're here for 3 breaths. And then stepping forward with the left leg into a forward fold. And then inhale, come all the way back up again. Good. So we're going to do that same sequence on the other side. So this time we've got the right foot turned out slightly to the side. We're going to step forward with the left foot. Our hands are at heart center. Bending that front leg, the left leg, taking your body forward and twisting. So bringing the right elbow, just try and hook it just near the left knee, looking to the left side, steadying your body, taking 3 deep breaths here, feeling that gentle twist through your spine, gentle release through your left glute. And then our next exhalation, bring your hands down to the mat and straightening out that front foot and bringing the weight towards the back leg for 3 breaths here. Feeling that nice stretch through the back of the left leg. And then stepping your right leg forward to your left leg, so you're going to forward fold. Take a breath or 2 here, feeling that stretch down both legs. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your hands back to heart center. Okay, well done everybody. Coming into a seated position on the floor with your legs out the front. So the position we're going to do next is called Paschimottanasana. So it's a forward fold in a seated position. So we've got our legs against the floor and our feet, our toes pointing up towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, lift our arms up, and we're going to exhale and fold our body forward. If it's a little bit intense on your hamstrings, you can put something underneath there, or you can bend your knees a little. I'm going to stay in this position for 6 breaths. On each exhalation, bringing your chest just a little bit closer, having your gaze towards your feet. You might want to hold your toes. You might have your forearms and thumb, four fingers and thumb around your toe, or you might have your hands on your shins or your ankles. Taking 6 deep breaths and noticing how that feels in your lower back, in your hamstrings, your shoulders and your arms. Deep breaths. Two more breaths here. 1 big breath and let it go. And then releasing your hands, coming up, lifting your arms to the ceiling and bringing your hands back to heart center. The next position, we're going to go onto our back with our feet together into a butterfly position. So feet together, and we're just laying back, relaxing into the butterfly position. You might want to put your hands just on the top of your legs there, just easing them out gently. So relaxing, feeling the ground underneath your feet, underneath your lower back, your upper back, your shoulders and your arms. Taking 6 deep breaths here, feeling that deep stretch through the inner thighs. remembering your intention for your practice. Two more breaths here. And then bringing your knees together and your feet flat on the ground. And we're going to lift up into a bridge position from here. So we're going to have our toes spread out nice and wide. And we're going to, as we lift up through our hips, we're going to take our spine off the ground one vertebrae at a time, lift up. So at this position, you can either push your hands against the floor. You might want to bring your hands underneath your body and clasp them, tucking your shoulders under, lifting your hips as high as you can, squeezing your butt, and bringing your chin towards your chest. So you're in a bridge pose, nice and tight, really feeling that stretch through your whole body, through your shoulders, through your lower back, through your quads. Taking 4 more breaths here. And 1 more breath. And then slowly releasing your hands, releasing your spine down to the mat, 1 vertebrae by vertebrae, hugging up your knees to your chest. Just rolling that around on your lumbar spine. And then bringing your feet back to the floor. Bringing your hands behind your head, just fingertips behind your head. And we're going to bring our left elbow to our right knee and go from side to side. So right elbow to left knee. So we're going to do a little bit of tummy work here. So inhale as you come down, exhale as you bring your elbow to your knee. Going from side to side, nice and balanced. Inhale as you come down and exhale as you come up. And then we're going to do 10 more together. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. And then just relaxing your head back onto the mat, keeping your legs bent, taking a few deep breaths here. And then hugging up your knees to your chest. Exhale as you bring them towards your chest, and inhale as you take them away. And dropping your right foot onto the mat and bring your left foot across your right thigh. So you've got your left leg across your body. And as you do your next exhalation, I want you to draw that left knee and foot towards your chest. And then as you inhale, taking it away. We'll do 3 of these, hugging in and letting it go. Noticing the stretch through your glute area. And we do 1 more together. And then placing your right foot on the ground, placing your right hand on your left knee and your left arm straight out from your left shoulder, looking towards the left hand as you draw that left knee towards the right side. Very gently bringing that knee towards the right side and staying here for a couple of breaths. Feeling that deep stretch through the left glute, the lower back area. If this is intense for you, you can just have your knees stacked on top of each other without the twist. 2 more deep breaths here. Deep breath in and then let it go. One more breath in and then let it go. Releasing the heat. Inhale back to, bring your knees back to the center. Bring both feet down to the mat. And then we're going to change legs. So have the left foot on the mat, right foot across your left leg. And then hugging that right knee and shin towards your chest. Squeeze it in as you exhale and inhale as you draw it away from your chest. Hugging that right in nice and close, feeling that nice stretch to release that glute and the lower back. And then place your left foot on the ground, left hand on your right knee, right hand out to the side, straight out from your shoulders. And we're going to draw that knee across to the left side this time and look to the right. So gently bringing that down towards the mat to wherever feels right for you. Relaxing into this pose. Each time you exhale, you may find you can relax a little bit further down. Noticing the stretch through your right side, through your right glute, and through your right ITB. Noticing your shoulders, trying to bring them fairly flat on the ground. It's quite a deep twist. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. And then inhaling, bring your knees back to center and bring both feet flat on the ground, hugging your knees up to your chest. And then we're going to go into an inversion of your choice. So you may like to have your legs up the wall or your legs up on a chair or against the sofa or the bed, or you might have your legs just straight up in the air. You can put a bolster or a block underneath your lower back, or you can go up into a half shoulder stand. So whatever your choice is, coming up into that inversion. Having your legs nice and light in that position, just giving them a nice shake, moving your ankles around in little circles. We're going to stay here for 10 breaths, feeling the benefits of the inversion, helping your lymphatic system drain away the fluid from your feet and your ankles, down your shins to your knees, and from your knees to your groin area where the lymph nodes are. Just giving that a nice shake, so it should be nice and light. Remembering what your intention is for your practice as you reflect on that in your inversion. If you've got your legs up the wall or on a chair, just taking them to a wide position. And if you're in a half shoulder stand, bringing your feet over your head into a ploughman's pose. Stay here for 3 more breaths. And then gently releasing your back down to the ground, releasing your legs down to the ground. And coming into Savasana. So we're going to go into a nice Yoga Nidra. So getting yourself really comfortable. You might want to have a cushion or a bolster underneath your legs. You might like to put a warm top on or a blanket over you. Relaxing into the floor. If you have an eye pillow, you might like to put that over your eyes. Making yourself really comfortable. Taking 3 deep, relaxing breaths. Relaxing your body. Being aware of the sounds in the distance. Moving your awareness from sound to sound without attempting to identify the source of the sound. Be aware of your physical body lying in Savasana. Being aware of your alignment, your chin lower than your forehead, your spine aligned, arms close to the body, fingers away from the floor, as comfortable as possible. Becoming aware of your natural breath, keep it completely spontaneous. Repeat your intention mentally 3 times with feeling as we rotate your consciousness around your body, being aware of your right hand thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm, back of your hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side trunk, your hip, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, top of your foot, bottom of your foot, toes, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Check your awareness that you're still awake and rotating your consciousness around the left side of your body. Your left hand thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm, back of your hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side trunk, hip, thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, top of your foot, bottom of your foot, toes, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Check your awareness that you're still awake. Move your attention to the back of your body, your heels, back of your legs, buttocks, back, shoulder, arms, hands, your whole spine, neck, back of your head, crown of your head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, eyebrow center, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right cheek, left cheek, right nostril, left nostril, lips, chin, throat, chest, 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 abdomen, 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 pelvis, pelvis, pelvis. Become aware of your breath, counting back from 17 to 0. Checking your awareness that you're still awake. Awakening the feeling of warmth in your body. Your whole body is warm. Your arms are warm. Your legs are warm. Your whole body is warm. Now awakening the feeling of coolness in your body. Imagine the whole body is cool. Your arms are cool. Your legs are cool. Your whole body is cool. Bringing the awareness to the front of your closed eyes. Imagine the following objects as they are named. A setting sun, a beautiful garden, a clear blue sky, a rainbow, the sound of the ocean, an eagle, the laughter of children, a relaxing bath, the new fronds on a palm, a small puppy, and the feeling of wearing beautiful hand knits. Now is the time of your practice to repeat your intention in 3 times. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Feel your body resting in Savasana, aware of the room that you're in, feeling the floor grounded beneath you, the ceiling, the walls, and the windows, the sounds inside the room, outside the room. Recalling the time of day, it's Wednesday afternoon, and know that the practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to an end. I will chime the singing bowl once. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Taking a few deep breaths as you gently roll to one side. You can stay there and rest, or you can come up to a seated position. Thank you for your energy today.